in? Hey, we're in the... Oh my god, look at how many waypoint markers, quest markers there are. I love it. Oh, man. Oh, good, the Hangman's Gallows. Just straight there. Map me, baby. Oh my god, this is gonna get big. Okay, so what are we looking for here? We've got Steel Watch Foundry is all the way over there. Disable the Steel Watch Foundry. That's where I'm gonna go. Murder this guy. Oh no, these are all just the people I can murder. If I was the Dark Urge, I'd murder them all. So this is Night Song. Okay, that is Cora. That's the investigator. Okay, so the only ones I really need to worry about are the forest one over in this area, this guy, this person over here to talk to them, and then the little circle here. So, oh, and it's called Basilisk's Gate. Good to know. And then we can go back to the other whatevers. But before we do that, we'll get to this later. Right now, I'm gonna head back to... Actually, do we want to head back to camp? Let me take a spin around here. Just kinda go around. Is there a waypoint? There is, and we've already got it. Good.
Not over, then through.
There's the stocks. Where's this take us? More stuff. Okay, so you're off in this direction. Oh, this place is really cool. Can I look? Oh, wow. Can I jump on the rooftops? I'm Batman. Actually, I'm pretty sure we can. Wait a minute, I'm gonna go test this theory. Unless this isn't actually map, but... Oh yeah, that's not actually map over there.
Go on then. Do you think
Yeah, no, that's not actually map. Alright, so things we have to look for. We have to look for the newspaper.
This is for amateurs. That's what I was taught in the grotto.
Don't hold
Do you know
back.
how badly those things can go wrong?
Brace yourself.
What are you... Is that an undead? What the hell's going on here?
Could strangle them by axe.
Come to have a go. Give it your best shot.
An
You're an
air
undead.
of decay hangs over the stooped beggar's form. The smell of rot. The smell of death.
Gold first. Then you can hit me.
Usually people pay me not to hit them. Strange way to keep a living. Do many take you up on this? Usually people pay me not to hit them.
Tried that once. They took the gold and hit me anyway. Better this way. I'll still leave with gold in my pockets. So, you having a go or not?
I'm not gonna hit you.
Then move. Let someone else have a go.
Interesting way for an undead to make a living, though, I will say. Ooh, and he can... No, well, no, he's gonna say heal himself, but... Not exactly the same thing. Right. Interesting. Okay, we'll explore the city another time later. Right now, it's time to go to camp. Talk with Missouri. Ooh, in the city. In the city. Alright, let's take a walk around. Oh, and we need to figure out who the person is.
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make something really good, I promise.
Is the cat also a changeling? Alright.
Thou walkest alone. On all these harsh nights, thou hast sought no company.
You sound disapproving.
Love is no domain of mine, but it is often cited as the purpose of mortal life. Wherefore turnst thou from it?
Doesn't pique my interest. My fellow travelers don't seem to like me enough. I have better things to do. I really don't want to... Well, some of them don't really like me enough.
And thus thou art alone.
rub it in then, Withers. Jesus fucking Christ. There is also a couple things... He could be lying and saying there's a changeling, but... not changeling, a shapeshifter. My money's on the kid. That's the obvious choice, though.
On my mind. I made it back. I'm here. Thank the gods. Thank the gods.
Alright, that's nothing too much. Ooh, we can't go through this door. Nothing too bad. Just a little side place.
Ah, I've had a lifetime's fill of watching little men puff themselves up with grand titles. I look forward to the day we show the Archduke that his tongue is not half so silvered as he thinks.
As do I.
He's protected by his steel watch for now. And Orin will have her own defenses, should we choose to play the part of Gortash's bloodhounds. We cannot expect either of the Chosen to fall easily. But fall they must, if we're to have all 3 stones to command the brain. Still, if you see sense in making an alliance, I won't question it. I'll just look forward to the inevitable breaking Gortash spoke of.
Same thing. And what do you think of the doppelganger in the camp?
It would be irritatingly true to form, would it not? A Harper learns to doubt. To peer through every smile, question every look. Eventually, you find what it is you fear, whether it is there or not. When we cannot know, we can only trust. But then, that is exactly what a traitor in our midst would say. Isn't it?
Have you thought about how more we found Minsk?
I have. And while I do not love my conclusion, that does nothing to change it. The Harpers are the city's best information network. With them out of action, we shall have to fall back on second best. 9 fingers keen.
You sound like... I should know that.
Oh, if it does not, you have led a very virtuous life indeed.
That I have not.
9 fingers keen controls the guild, which in turn controls every criminal racket from Heapside to the High Hall. Nothing happens in this city that she doesn't hear of, sooner or later.
Well,
How
we also
hospitable
should
she will
probably
be
make
to
them
a
an
Harper
ally.
that comes begging to her guild hall. We will find out. Perhaps I will let you do the talking.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely want them as allies. What about you two?
Keeping very well, I hope?
What do you know about your father's... Yeah, do you know what happened between you and your father? No? What about you? Anything new
Come
from
to
you?
bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword? Be most welcome.
Yeah, I don't know how to tell who would be what. Right. Oh, and then here's Will. And, yep, you're over here. Alston's over there.
Baldur's Gate. You know, I never quite believed I'd actually make it back. Wasn't until we got within reach of Worm's Crossing that it felt real. It's so strange. I don't remember much of it, yet I can't help feel like I know it. It feels like home.
Better than hating the place without remembering why.
I suppose it is. Though the chance to savor the moment might be brief, given all that still lies ahead of us.
Oh, hell
I
yeah.
may have to rely on your local knowledge to plug the gaps in my own mind. Hopefully, I'll remember more than I expect to.
Hopefully. Hey, Will, your turn.
Welcome to the lower city, where Baldur's Gate truly comes alive.
Would it be true? Okay, yeah. Duke is allied with the Emperor.
Mind flayers are like devils. They just sport tentacles rather than wings. Clever, manipulative, exploitative. The Emperor says he's a friend. I think we'd be fools to believe him. And maybe it's true. Maybe Stelmane allied with a mind flayer and subjected the city to their political will. Or maybe he made an offer she couldn't refuse.
Did you know her back in the day?
I met her twice. The first time, I was a boy of 7 or 8, at a banquet in the Flaming Fist's honor. One look and I was smitten. Chestnut hair that flowed behind her like willow fronds, as she floated from one room to the next as if carried by clouds. The second time, Stelmane was different. Even with the aid of a cane, each step she took was a struggle. Every word she spoke took great physical effort. A stroke victim, I asked Father later. No, he said. A stroke survivor.
You sense uncertainty in Will's voice. He questions his father's explanation.
I'm short on sympathy. She was partnered with the Mind Flayer. Any idea who could have behind the killing? Gone before her time, it sounds like. What a tragedy. Stelmane was suffering. Maybe death was a blessing. I sense there's something more to this story. Bonus? Give me the bonus. 15 on the die. I'll take it, though. What did you do?
Something's always gnawed at me. At the banquet, Stelmane didn't seem to look at us, but through us. But that second time, her gaze never left me. It was steel, sharp and unyielding. It could just be my imagination, but I always felt that it was more than a stroke that had changed her. What, though? I couldn't say.
Maybe the loss of a dear friend. Any idea who can be behind the killing?
I couldn't say. But think about this. My father was tadpoled. Stelmane is dead. The people are frightened and the council's in disarray. To exert control, you must first sow chaos. A tyrant's strategy, as father would say. These murders aren't random acts. Someone powerful is guiding the killer's hand, and the city is made weaker for it.
Hell yeah, it is. It all comes back to the absolute cult. Hey, oh yeah, hey, oh, no, don't take his stuff. Alson.
I received a dispatch from the Grove. Life carries on there in our absence, just as nature intended.
Good.
My chosen successor, Francesca, has proven to be a wise choice. Perhaps the wisest I ever made as Archdruid.
What news from the Grove? Don't downplay your achievements.
One grand victory may not be enough to absolve a host of small failures. That is where true leadership lies. Not in winning a single vast battle, but in fighting 1,000 smaller ones. Making 10,000 difficult decisions. Finding balance where none seems possible. Day after day. I was all too eager to surrender my responsibilities towards the Grove.
Will disapproves.
Perhaps I was never meant to be Archdruid. To be a leader.
You served the Grove well.
Still, though, I cannot help but wonder if there
Oh,
was more.
he was
I could
mad
have
at
done.
me for casting friends on him.
Perhaps,
That's probably what it
Father
was.
willing, I may yet have the chance someday. Forgive me. The Shadow Curse occupied me so entirely and for so long, I almost missed the purpose it gave me. Now I must find a new one.
Also, the thing that I realized, I should probably check. How is everyone's standings with me? She is... Oh, she's better at it. Carla is... Nothing is happening.
Still breathing.
There we go.
Despite everything.
Everything was acting weird for a
With
second.
haste.
Go into the inventory. Carla is... Oh yeah, she loves me. Approval is all the way up there. And Will... Yay! People like me. They really like me. But they don't love me. I mean, Will did kind of love me, but, kind of snuffed that idea out. Where are our sleeping bags? Please tell me where they are. There we
Cursed
go.
put my hands on everything.
Yeah, you are absolutely. Yep. Missouri.
Sorore surge, testis esto pacti me. Come, sisters, be my testament. Notum sit in beator.
Notum sit in beator.
Holy hells.
What are you up to?
I come to bargain. The hells demand witness.
Ah.
Enough, Mizora. Where is my father? How do I save him?
How else? We bargain. Sisters.
Infernos contractos te vocamos. Infernos contractos te vocamos. Infernos contractos te vocamos.
Ah, yes.
Your contract, Will. Signed in blood, forged in fire, bound in bone, but not unbreakable.
Then break it already. Well, doesn't need to waste 6 months. I'm gonna remain silent for a moment.
Yet no contract is ended without sacrifice, Will. The cost must be paid. Will Ravengard, a choice is before you. Option 1. I show you the way to your father. I guarantee him no harm except that from you and your allies. And you pledge your soul to me and the Archdevil Zariel in a pact eternal. Option 2. I break your pact, and you are freed from your duty. Your father dies by his enemy's hand, and Baldur's Gate loses its greatest champion. Name your sacrifice.
Bloody Zariel. I won't let her take Will.
Silence, Karlak.
Mizora, you asshole!
Choose.
What happens to Will's power if he breaks the pact? Oh, well, he loses it. The city will need him. Do the right thing. Give your soul. Break the pact. You deserve your freedom. Let your father die. When the city's free, you can take his place. Break the pact, Will. You deserve your freedom. You know what? We've been going on the break the pact thing. You know what? Break the pact, Will. You deserve your freedom.
You damned wretch! Father.
We'll find him.
Do it. Break the pact.
Fiat Ita.
Fiat ita. anima ad beator.
Didn't think you had it in you. Seems my boy's all grown up. And don't go fussing about your father. You made your choice. You knew the terms. You know what? I think I'll stick around. Not for the greater good, you understand. Just for the entertainment.
Ooh, got an achievement. Break Will's pact with Missouri.
How much further can we go?
Now we might have other problems, but okay. Well, first let's talk to Will about it, and then we can talk to Missouri.
Gods, I spent 7 years choked by Missouri's leash. And I spent 7 years hoping to break free. I never knew freedom could taste so bittersweet.
It's a little late for remorse. You're on your own, man. Fantasy power play. With the father gone, you can rise up. I thought you never regretted taking the pact.
I didn't. I don't. My sacrifice kept Baldur's Gate safe from Tiamat's rage. But that doesn't mean that the leash never chafed. That I was content to lap up whatever nonsense Missouri fed me. The leash has been broken, and my father left for dead. Tomorrow I celebrate my gain. But today, I mourn my loss.
We'll find your dad.
A moment passes. In the stillness, you find a mote of tranquility.
The Raven Guard name now lives solely with me. I will make it count for something.
Not dead yet, Will. Maybe there's a way to save him.
I signed his life away before the Hell's Witnesses. It would be easier to drink the sticks down to the last drop than to alter his fate. I'd be a fool to wish otherwise.
What's the next step, then?
We obtain the final 2 Netherstones and take back our minds.
That's wrong
And
2
the city.
things to do.
From the
We'll
brand.
find the father. It's not dead yet until we see the dead body. Hey, Missouri.
Little Will's all grown up. I can't wait to see what trouble he gets into.
You forced Will to make, oh, thank you for the follow. Will's not a child. You need to start treating him with respect. Can't believe Will actually sacrificed That's it, then. Duke's dead?
Well, not exactly. But it's only a matter of time. Don't be too hard on Will. I'm sure he carefully weighed the pros and cons. Pro, freedom. No more pact, no more hellbound soul. Con, killing off his own father, Baldur's Gate's most beloved duke, and forever altering the city's future. I would have done the same thing in his shoes. But what do I know about heroes?
I don't get it. If Will isn't your warlock, why stick around and give him power?
Just because he's not my pet doesn't mean he's not useful. The Absolutists worked a number on me at Moonrise. And you're the best hope I've got at payback.
Oh, good.
No one crosses the Hell's children without getting scorched.
You left Karlach alone. Didn't you want her dead? What changed?
You are an inquisitive one.
Hell yeah.
I'd have thought you'd figured by now. Zariel found new use for an old battle axe. The dead 3 in that bulging brain of theirs are a threat to more than this trifling city, you know. Savor her company. Who's to say when Zariel might change her mind? My mistress can be so capricious.
As can you. You never told me the absolute You never told me how they captured you.
Correct.
I didn't.
If you must know, I was scouting the cultists on behalf of Zariel. But those cursed shadows were thick enough to fell even a half-fiend. I woke in that damned pod. It kept my body sealed and my most powerful magic silenced. But a brave, kind, benevolent soul set me free. Gallantry isn't dead after all.
Not as dead as you'd think. What can you tell me about the Hells? I want you out of here now. If you're going to stay, need something in return. Nope. Okay. Alright, so that answers my question of, does Will now no longer have his powers? The answer is yes, he still has his powers. And Carla doesn't need anything. You guys are good. Alright. Well, let's sleep and hope no one stabs us in the neck while we do so.